what she looks like.
Oh, yes, we don't really have to.
So it's like whatever. Okay. Are you ready? Have you pushed record? Eating disorders, empty chair, and guided discovery to uncover what type of eating disorder the client has. Hi, Katie. Your mom asked me to talk to you. Do you know why specifically you are here talking to me today?
Yes. My mom thinks I have an eating disorder like bulimia, I think. But I don't vomit. I don't even like to vomit when I have the stomach flu. I'm not even looking forward to having children because I don't want morning sickness. Because I know that a lot of people related to me have had that. I am actually excited about being able to tell my mom I don't have an eating disorder.
Well, let me explain how this will work. We are bound by confidentiality between you and I. Unless you tell me you are hurting yourself, you are going to hurt someone else, or you are being hurt by someone. Does that make sense, and do you understand how this works? What I would like your permission to do is report back to your mom about what, if anything, we discover today. Would it be okay with you if I did call your mom and tell her what we discovered today?
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand, and yes, please call my mom and tell her what we did today. Frankly, I'm tired of her nagging me. Well, I understand she cares about me, but I don't vomit after I eat, even though she does think I'm bulimic.
So this is going to work by first off pretending to be your mom and telling the empty chair you why she thinks you're bulimic.
Okay, so Katie, I think you're bulimic because you eat. I think more than you should, and I don't think you have much control over how much you are eating. I also think you are bulimic because even though you eat a lot, you haven't gained any weight. I haven't seen or heard you purge by vomiting, but there are other ways to purge. Maybe you take a laxative or use a diuretic. But I am sure that you are bulimic because I think you eat too much for your size, but you don't gain any weight.
Okay, Katie, or Mom, good job. Now, Katie, change seats and again speak to the empty chair and tell your mom what she doesn't see or why you don't think you are bulimic.
Okay, Mom, I am not bulimic, but I do eat more than you think I should. Mom, my metabolism hasn't slowed down like yours has. Remember, you have complained about your metabolism coming to a screeching halt when you were about 30. Yes, Mom, I eat more than you do, but I am also a teenager, and I exercise and participate in sports on a regular basis. I don't vomit at my food. You should know that because I don't even like to throw up when I have the flu. I feel like you should know that, Mom. Besides, where would I get the money to buy a laxative or a diuretic? I would rather spend my money on clothes, shoes, and makeup.
Okay, good job. Now, one more time. Change seats and give Mom's rebuttal. You're getting your exercise.
Exactly. Katie, I still think you are eating too much food for your size, and I think that you have some sort of eating disorder, and I'm not going to believe that you don't have one until the counselor from school talks you through it and tells me you don't have one, or if you tell me something about the session, and then I call and talk to her about it.
Thank you, Katie. So I talked with all of your teachers to see if any of them thought you had any sort of eating disorder. None of them thought you did, and your English teacher, who does let students eat in class, went out of the way to say that you never ask to leave, but that you almost always have some sort of snack. Can you talk to me about that?
Well, I have PE next, and I usually have some sort of healthy snack that I bring from home, like grapes, carrots, an apple, or a bell pepper, even though most kids think I'm weird for that one. Or sometimes even a protein bar, like a Think Thin kind. Are you familiar with those?
I am familiar with Think Thin bars. They taste good, are high in protein, and are usually less than 200 calories. So how about you take me through a typical day for you, eating, sleeping, chores, school, from the time you wake up until you go to bed. Please start at the beginning of the day.
Okay. So I usually get up at 6 or 6:15, depending if I'm going to run 4 or 5 miles, or just do a 30-minute workout video. So I do either one of those first, then have black coffee, shower, eat breakfast, usually an English muffin, an egg, and then either juice or if we have any milk. My mom doesn't buy anything else. She grew up on a dairy, so anything other than whole is gross to her. Then I am off to school.
So at this point, you've burned 400 calories before breakfast, then you eat between 270 and 400, depending on the English muffin and if it's juice or milk. And for our purposes, we're not going to count any calories for coffee because it isn't that many since you drink it black. Sound fair? So you could either be even or down 130 for the day.
That sounds pretty fair. So, off to school, where I have 6 classes. I have 4 classes, then lunch where I usually eat a salad with light dressing, usually light because the rest of the dressings at the school serves are gross. The salad does have shredded cheese in it and croutons. So I would guess that with the dressing and the salad, cheese and croutons might be 300 calories because iceberg lettuce isn't highly caloric and really neither are tomatoes. But the cheese is about 100 calories, the croutons are about 60, and then the dressing is 50 calories for a serving of light balsamic raspberry vinaigrette. So now, including being down 130 and then adding 300, I'm up 170 calories for the day.
Okay, so for a girl your size and height, you should probably be eating about how many calories a day? What do you think?
I don't know, maybe 2,000?
Well, that's a good start. So then you're up 170 calories at lunch, and then you have 2 more classes for the day, English and something else.
After English, I go to my co-ed PE class. It is my favorite class of the day.
So let me get this straight. You exercise in the morning and have PE 5 days a week for fun. What about weekends? Never mind, wait. Let's just finish out the school day. What do you do in PE class?
Well, the teacher gives us options. We can either swim for 40 minutes, do a spin class, or work out doing circuit training. I usually swim and do the circuits every other day, and then I do the opposite the next week. So I keep my workouts even, or I try to. I probably burn 300 calories swimming and about the same during circuit training. Then I have another type of snack. It's usually about 200 calories. I try really hard to count and make sure that I'm having the 200 calories. I'm not guessing. I will have some sort of bar that is between 170 and 220 calories.
All right, so at the end of lunch, you're up 170, and then you had a 200 calorie snack, so up 300. Then you burn 300 in PE, so up 70 for the day. Then you have another average 200 calorie snack, so you're up 270. Then what? Home and homework, or what's next?
Well, because it's track season and I run the 1600 and the 3200, and it's time for practice, track practice. I do speed work, usually 2 or 3 miles worth of 400 repeats. So 300 calories, and then I usually run 3 miles as a cool down, so another 300 calories burned. Oops, I'm down 330 for the day. That isn't good, is it? Especially since I haven't eaten dinner. But I know there is no way for me to really consume that much food before I go to bed. I mean, unless I had a couple of special blended coffee drinks or something like super high in calories.